Hey guys, so that I kind of have a questions from, but technically I have to wait for permission, so this might not even be airing. So I'm on a website called DeviantArt, as you all know. And I'm a part of some groups where I am a contestant from time to time in certain groups. Now, if you ever heard the names Rimaru, Azalea, Doll Divine, Starsu, those are really awesome game websites when you're creating things, not shooting, trust me. So, you can create characters with these, and these people take the time and effort. Well, Rimaru, I really wish she could have finished a couple of games options, but I'm not going to get too much into that right now because I still think her games are awesome, and I don't want to get on her bad side, or his bad side, I don't know. Anyway, they make these amazing websites. If you saw some of the stuff I've created using these websites, character-wise, you wouldn't believe me, and I've gotten better over the years using these websites. I mean, if you saw all the Ever After High original characters I created, your jaw would drop. Because it's like 3 pages now, and I can't believe how many. And then, I mean, I'm going to eventually draw them out myself, but this helps me start. So anyway, this month for June, the contest for this this group called Dolls Makers Domain, is creating ourselves because I guess they had an anniversary this couple days ago. So I used this one game. It's either on Doll Divine or Rumaru, and it's creating a portrait of, I think it was Rumaru, yeah. And it's like a scary kind of portrait, and it's only female. Most of these ones are female, but there's Azalea Dolls does quite a few things with male. And then Rimaru does a few things with male, is Divine not so much. The only male and female thing I noticed on them is the Sailor Moon game that they recreated about a year or so back. So anyway, I created myself on there, and if I get permission, I will definitely link that into this, since I have a laptop to do that now instead of making it a headache. I'm glad I don't have to worry about that anymore. Anyway, but I'm going to be answering all the questions. I'm going to be doing it to the best of my ability. And actually I realize I'm going to have another tab up for something else. Gallery. Because I have to look at what I picked. Yeah. So I'm going to be answering each question to the best of my ability. I'm trying to sum up because this is the third attempt without a cat, or second attempt without a cat bothering me, with just the first question. So the first question, which is the longest, to explain out loud. I mean, I did kind of short in the description, but I'm going to explain it a little more. How long have I been on DeviantArt? Well, technically I've been on DeviantArt since I was in junior high, mainly 7th and 8th grade. But I didn't make an account until I was in high school, which was, wow, 2008. And I didn't have that account for that long because there was a link originally to it. Like, it was a link from the description that the guy who fixed our computer said, is a link to 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 a link, and etc. But the link somehow, it was from DeviantArt, and there was a link to somewhere out in internet space. That's what I'm calling it, internet space. For all of you people on Twitter, hashtag internet space. Anyway, because of that, I could no longer go on at home, because back then we didn't have laptops or anything like that. We had a desktop computer, only one desktop computer in my parents' room that had working internet at the time. It no longer works, but we still have the printer, at least, or our current printer. But and then I was still on it, mainly putting stuff onto a flash drive that I like to look at for maybe if I went over to the library or something, after that, so like junior and senior year. And actually, if you don't, I'm gonna say this, because this I didn't say in any of the last attempts to make this video. If you look at my very first video, the Monster High Couples thing, all of those pictures came from DeviantArt. Those were all artists that created amazing artwork. And I made that for that used them for that assignment. And like I've said before in my explanation, I am sorry that I didn't know how YouTube properly works, especially with copywriting back then. So anyway, now I'm at 5 minutes. So I didn't get back on it until 2011 or December of 2011 when I got my first Kindle. I kind of waited until January because didn't want to get in trouble if I got caught back on DeviantArt because my parents didn't want me getting a virus on that thing. Really, I mean, like we're good for virus protected usually. So I guess though I don't remember if I actually did make an account back then. I guess 3 to 5 years I've been on with this current account, and then longer if I say in general with DeviantArt. So that's how long I've been a person on this website, and that's how committed I am. No matter what happens to me, I will always be on this website for the rest of my life. It's a part of me. What's my favorite doll to create and share a link? Oh my gosh, I have too many. Oh my gosh. And there's some I haven't even posted to DeviantArt yet. It's just for my own fun to look at, and it's like, oh my god. Or I haven't yet because because certain things haven't happened yet. Oh my gosh. So that I have to go to the next tab. So the current ones I'm actually really fan of are let's see, I had 5. 3 of them. Okay, let's start with the 3 that aren't part of this. So the first one is for a different thing, same website but different thing. We're limited people. We have to create certain things that based on what we are given, and this challenge that we just had was a cake, and it was this yellow cake with black details. It was beautiful, and I actually did a pretty good job with it. Like I said, I'll link down my thing below, and that has also links to all these cakes. The next 2 are about my Percy Jackson OCs, or Heroes of Olympus OCs. With the series I was at first creating for a while back called Ladies of Selene, because there was a Daughters of the Moon book series out at the time, so I couldn't take that. The first pick has 2 of the incarnations, while the third is the daughter literally of Selene, the god of moon goddess. Well, the second pick is the third incarnation, which is all the way to the right, and then 2 people as side character and a love interest. In the next one, they're called OC Cake Designs, and then the next ones were for my Ever After High characters. I have my main person that looks like me is called Cheshire. She's the younger sister of Kitty Cheshire, who's the daughter of Cheshire Cat, as well as another fairy tale character that I was kind of keeping under wraps, though. With one of the pictures, like the Legacy Day one year, I give a little bit of a detail, and if you don't, you gotta look at the description and understand that. As well as that was her Legacy Day, and then her Way to Wonderland. I love making all those little stars and making it look so pretty. I've never had that much fun doing that one, and I wish I would get more faves for that, because that was one of my favorites. So that's that question, so I can get rid of that. What's my favorite my fellow doll maker? You can name more than one. Again, way too many to choose. I love everybody, especially the people that I'm in this one challenge thing, which I said with the model with the cake. I love every single one of the designs that these people have come up with, especially their bios. Oh my gosh, some of their bios, and then some of the cakes in the previous challenge with the flower, they were all amazing. I love these people's ideas, no matter what anybody says. Now, my mom saw my cake design, then I showed her another one, and when she said meh to the other one, and they know it, trust me, I've already commented what happened with this. I literally tore my mom a new one for like, are you kidding? These people are amazing. Just because I'm your daughter doesn't mean you have to be, I think that mine's the best. Even if she did, it's like, trust me, there's a lot better people at doing this than me, that have been at it longer than me. What's your favorite doll maker? I'm gonna say Snow Queen maker on Azalea dolls, which is every single one of my current favorite dolls or pics I created in the links for that second question all came from that. The second one is the Ever After High games on Starsuits, and that's where all my OCs start from. Let's see. What's your favorite doll maker? I just asked that. What's your fun fact about yourself? Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I have Aspergers. Now, if you want to ask more about this or ask me again this, please comment down below. But if you want to see what I'm really like these videos, please, because every person with Aspergers is different, I'm just gonna say that. This is all for DeviantArt people. Look at my journals, for crying out loud. I'm sorry, but it's like, I don't know what else can do. I know a lot of people don't want to read stuff on there unless you're reading fanfics, but, and I'm gonna say this because I don't want to say this at the bottom for any randomness. I have a YouTube channel. Occasionally, I will link those YouTube videos to my journals. Only a couple of those YouTube ones, especially like I did top 20 RWBYM favorites, and people looked at that. But when I do anything about my characters, yeah, I don't put exactly like what they're based from, like the Ever After High or Percy Jackson all the time, because I don't know if anyone's gonna look at that. But it's like, for the people who watch me, look at my journals. Oh my gosh, it drives me nuts sometimes that you people don't look at that, because that's where I don't always put information about my OCs in the gallery. Journals are where sometimes I put this information, and I rarely ever get anybody who looks at it, and the ones who do, I'm appreciative. It's just like with my YouTube. If I did the last time I tried to do a Q&A or ask people, it's like only one person comments, and as much as I appreciate that person, it'd be nice if I got some other people to comment down to me. I'm not gonna bite your head off if you ask something or say something that's gonna insult me, depending on what it is. I mean, I really am a decent person when you get to know me. Okay. So, hobbies. Reading, writing fanfiction when I get the chance. Creating Ever After High characters, or now their designs. I'm starting to do all their designs using Snow Queen Scene Maker. Singing, still love singing. Though I'm bad at it now. Well, I'm not great at it. I'm okay at it. I mean, if you saw my old videos on YouTube, oh gosh, I wish I never did those, but I'm never going to take them down because they had other information in that needed to be said. I also work, because I don't get out much, and my work is mostly going up and down the stairs for school right now, or one of my current jobs, because I work, that can bring up a sweat, though it's gonna be changing soon. That's as much as I got work out, and because of that, because sometimes I didn't even need to go up all the stairs in school. Sometimes I'd only get 1 day a week. So, once in a while, if I hear a good song and I come up with an idea, I will think up a dance choreography. And this I didn't comment in my description, or put in my description. My current favorites, sorry, I hit my leg. Oh gosh, my current favorite ones I like to do, there's only 3 I'm actually have been successful for that are actually dance. I do some of the stuff, like if you saw some of my fan fictions and DeviantArt, like a lot of the Avengers stuff I've done, that's all based around song, and I actually act those out. I'm not kidding. I mean, you can ask these questions again, and I will respawn them again, depending on how they're asked. But I will act those out if I'm capable. Because I mean, like, there's one where there's a cliff going down to water or rocks, I don't know, and I can't act that out because I'm not near that kind of area. I would use like the banister, where I still kind of on the edge of the ground, but still a little elevated, to do that scene. But a lot of them I do use music for, so that's where that comes from. But some of them I actually make dances out of, and my current 3 that I'm decent at, though I can never sometimes get through the full songs, is Ti Amo by Rihanna, Gift of a Friend from the second Tinkerbell movie, I think it's that Treasure one or whatever, and Only Hope from it's that one movie with the girl who got sick and then she died, and I think her name was Jamie or something. I can't remember what that was from, or the movie is from. But those are my current ones. I've actually come up with a full dance thing. Now I have created a couple, like one I used Light 'Em Up, and this other song by Red Hot Chili Peppers for fight dancing. And if you saw Dancing with the Stars this current season, my most memorable year week, you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm hoping this will let me upload because I'm still getting used to this. Favorite book or movie? Oh gosh. I'm gonna say for favorite book, it's like picking a child. I'm one of those readers and I love reading. So my faves change from time to time. I mean, like, I love Percy Jackson, I love Cirque du Freak, I love Daughters of the Moon, which I just mentioned recently. Black Butler, I was in Bleach a while back. Bizengast, oh my gosh, I love that. And trust me, if you look at my gallery, you'll see a little further down in my gallery, there's a folder that's called Bizengast. It's like picking a favorite child. I'll just say that, so no joke. My favorite movie? It depends on the genre, but I'm just gonna go with my overall favorite, which is Howl's Moving Castle. I mean, I actually got to listen to the book on audio, and it's actually really good. I've listened to that over and over again because sometimes I forget details. So maybe they changed it a bit from what it actually was compared to the movie. But I totally relate with Sophie, where I feel like I'm dull to people, or I just don't bring out that side of myself when I was younger. And though she has more brown eyes than I have hazel, I guess hazel's a mix of brown and green. But it's like I totally relate to her, and I get hot over when Hal has the bluish black hair. That's really awesome. And it's like I get jealous of her with that, but I admire her. So that's my current favorite movie, or my favorite movie of all time, I guess. Favorite favorite colors, sweetie. And this is what I literally wrote. And it's like, sorry, I watched a lot of 11 when I first started watching Doctor Who. So I got to see River Song, though I didn't grow up with Doctor Who. I got into it after I got out of high school. But purples of any shade, blues of any shade, and black. Sorry, but purples just work with me usually, and I like black and I like blue. That came from my dad, from genetics from my dad. Fear I have, well, that's tough. I don't like heights, so falling or being up really high where I can see the ground. Heck, I saw a picture where I was from the ground looking up, and it kind of made me dizzy. I'm gonna say, and I didn't say this in my thing, but being alone for the rest of my life. I mean, I want to find my significant other someday. If you ever saw Harry Potter 2, you get what I'm saying with this. Being up close and personal with a giant spider's face. I don't mind spiders in general. Like, I know, stay away from day long legs, I guess, and black widows and wolf spiders, and obviously, but the thing is, I know tarantulas are dangerous, but they scare the crap out of me. And then big black and hairy, but it's not because they're just big black and hairy. It's because their face. My mother had this National Geographic that came in the mail one day when I was younger, like when we first moved to where I live at now. I'm flipping through it, seeing what the new thing is. Trying not to look at the front cover because I knew it was, I was flipping through the mail, and I came across it, and all of a sudden I see an up close picture of a giant spider, or a spider's face, and that freaked me out. I mean, I already had arachnophobia back then. I mean, day long legs don't freak me out, and little itty bitty spiders, because I know we breathe them in from time to time in our sleep. Sorry, people. They don't scare me either. But it's like, this face is what terrifies me. So I can never completely watch one of the later movies of Harry Potter, but I cannot watch a lot of the second one because of that. And then I don't like ants. I really, really don't like ants. I don't know if it's because of this, but I saw a whole colony or whatever group of ants it's called that were so compact together, it terrified me and scared me, and that's where my OCD comes from a lot of times. If you knew me in my real life, like if you watch these videos and know me in my real life, you'll remember a couple of times for drama practice I kept looking for ants during the summer ones, because I saw, if we ever had them, it's like it scares the crap out of me. And when there's one, there's many. And we're almost at 20 minutes. Let's hope that YouTube allows us. And I mean, like, I'm more of like a demonic person viewing wise than angelic. I rarely ever make angelic-like characters. So when I say hell creatures, that's a nice thing, but that's not but it's, in this case, it's not what I mean. They're hell creatures, and they give me the heebie-jeebies. Ants, I mean. A dream I have, well, besides studying to become a social worker, I'm gonna say I really love I wish I didn't have to give up the thing I was doing, but voice act is something that will be recognized in the future. Like, people who voice act in Disney or these animated films that get noticed, like, you'll know the name. I mean, when you see the name, you'll remember that name when you talk about it in the future. I know that's not what everybody does. They remember more the character than the actor, unless you're like a really top line celebrity. But I really would love to be in something like that. To voice in something like that, or even an anime. I'd love to do that. Or even just like a small time audio thing that gets big. Like write a Discord. Anyway, that's my dream. And like I said before, the only randomness at the very bottom is I have a YouTube channel, people. I will link sometimes videos for my thing about that into my journals. Please look at them. It's not that boring. And also I have my other Q&A from my OCs available and open. I know I still have one more to do, but it's going to be a while before that's done because of the stripes for one version of character, which I'm going to be stopping with that after this question is answered, because I cannot do that every time. But yeah, hopefully YouTube will allow this if I get to upload this to YouTube. So this might be a day or so before I can put this on. But yeah, that's a question. If you want re-ask me or delve deeper into certain things I said, or re-ask a question, I don't mind re-asking a question, but it might be a shorter version of the answer if I've already answered it once or twice. So yeah, hopefully I get to put this on, and hopefully it won't be that long or that boring for all you people. So like I said, these next couple days are gonna be very busy for me. I got an interview tomorrow. I gotta go to my college tomorrow to fix something. I gotta go to see a family member who just had heart valve surgery or replacement surgery. The next day I have to go to my one job, and then go to another interview. Then I have the job on Saturday, and then I go to a party hopefully, and then we're gonna be home at some points during the day of these next 3 days or 4 days, and then Sunday I have to work currently on the last bits of any homework. So yeah, that's my plans for the whole weekend. So hopefully you guys like this video. Click like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Comment down below if you have any questions. I mean, you can do in the Q&A one, or you can do in the answer ones and asking, or on same thing with Twitter. Just comment in the message board of the video that I upload if you watch these, or if you're on DeviantArt, comment in the journal that I upload the video in, and I will answer your questions. But you gotta give me either your YouTube name, or otherwise I will be saying your DeviantArt name. And for this one, all the questions were from Miss Brit90 on DeviantArt, and she's an amazing artist, by the way. So check her out. Bye.